Hello, my Maple Leaf fans. Welcome to the pregame show before the Leafs take on the LA Kings at home tomorrow night. I'm now going to take you live to the pregame conference before tomorrow night's game. Enjoy.
I mean, I don't see he's doing a lot of mistakes, and he's just creating something on the ice all the time when he's out there. And on practice too, he's going really hard. I mean, he's working on his game super hard. A lot of times you work on your game that you need to be better at, but you can also work on the game that you're really good at. So that's on point all the time. And obviously with him, the way he skates and handles the puck at the same time in full speed, you see that in practice every day too. That he's doing that, and I mean, he feels good about his game. So he's on a mission. He's one of the absolute top players in the league right now.
So you at one point collided with him today. How strong is he?
No, he's not that strong. I just lost my breath for a minute.
You trained with them, played with them in Sweden. How have you seen his game elevate?
Uh, I'd say he's probably more consistent, but at the same time, I only played like World Championship with him, and he was arguably our best player both years I played with him, and we knew that too. I think he's been a little underrated over here, but yeah, now you see what he's capable of, and even last year I think he scored 40 goals, yeah, and I mean, yeah, like I said, he's one of the absolute top players in the league right now, and he's been our best player, and he's important for this team.
For you, what's the feel with William Legacy?
Yeah, no, great. Knew him from before. We're both from Gothenburg, back home in Sweden. Been skating together in summers the last 5, 6 years, so I know him really good. So that obviously makes it a lot easier to come in and play again. This is obviously our first game playing with each other, but just knowing each other from before helps a lot. But this guy is also really, really good at reading the game. You might not see like a lot of offense all the time from him, but I think he's on the right spot on the ice all the time, defensively and offensively. And what he's really good at is one-on-one battles. He seems to win his battle all the time, which it always comes down to in hockey. You win your one-on-one battle, you come a long way.
What's the key for you getting shots through?
Uh, I think it comes with getting more comfortable and delivering the puck. It also has to be a mindset, I think, that I want to shoot the puck more. But yeah, that's probably the one thing that I feel really needs to get going here. I don't feel like I've had enough shot attempts, and when I do, it seems to get blocked as well. So I think trying to take care of the puck through the neutral zone and the defensive part of the game, which I think it's been pretty good, and then just being more active in O zone. And I know it's going to come, but at the same time, I don't want to chase the game. That's where I think I've been struggling before, is when you get frustrated and try to do too much. So just let the game come to me and try to be more active in the O zone, and I think that's going to come into place as well.
William, it looks and feels like you've hit a new level this season. Is that what you're feeling out there?
I just feel like I'm just doing my thing that have been doing for the past couple of years. But yeah, it's nice that you think that I hit a new level. But we'll just keep going.
Do you feel like anything you worked on in the summer is translating into your game so far early this year?
Like for the most part, I just kept working on the same stuff that I have been working on every summer. Just doing the same thing.
Joe Thornton retired over the weekend. What do you remember most about his one?
I mean, a lot of good memories with Joe. I mean, we had some time together in a quarantine house for 14 days. I mean, just an incredible guy. Yeah, I mean, it's been an honor to play with a legend like him.
Are you honoring him with this shirt-off interview today?
Yeah, probably.
It's wins and losses, of course, but you got a chance to set a franchise record for a team that's existed for more than 100 years by having the longest point streak to start a season. Will you give us that a second thought? Like, is that kind of cool at all for
You know what? Like, if it happens, it happens. I'm just focused on having a good game tomorrow, and that's where my mind's at. Nothing more than that.
Well, like back in 2019 of the Players Media Tour in Stockholm, you came in the room, sat down, and you said, I want to dominate. Do you feel you've reached that? I mean, we've gone through a pandemic, you've gone through a different coach, a different general manager, but do you think you're at the point now where you're dominating like you said in 2019 you'd like to one day?
Yeah, I mean, I think last year was the same way. I just had a little stretch of a couple games where I wasn't playing my best. So, yeah, just trying to keep that up for the most part of the season.
for you? What's the input about the Kings, Kopitar, Deneau? Like, what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge tomorrow night?
Yeah, I mean, I think they got a solid lineup. I mean, good defensively through the middle there. So, I mean, it'll be a fun game. Always love playing against LA.
Is Tavares looking faster to you this year? I know he's worked on his skating.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been buzzing out there this year, so we just got to keep up with it.
Sheldon was saying that his defensive details may be freeing you up for chances on the offensive end. Do you sense that at all?
I mean, I think that he just does such a good job defensively, so I could just kind of read off of him and see when situations happen. But I think that's also because we've been playing together for such a long time, so we kind of know each other and find opportunities where we can go.
You've always been a confident guy, but does this start take your confidence even higher than it has been in the past 4 years?
No, I think you just got to stay like on an even level. You can't be like going anywhere crazy because you only have points. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just got to stay on the same level as you've always been.
How have you felt on the PK?
Yeah, I think it's been good. Got some reps out there today in practice, so I think practice a little bit more would make it better.
What do you think the potential will be for you and Austin out there together in the PK?
Yeah, obviously lots of fun. You've seen him and Mitchie out there for a lot of time, and they've been creating some nice chances. But obviously the number one focus is getting the kill. Not trying to score, but if we get some chances, it'll be fun.
Your ice time has moved up a little bit this season. Potentially that's because of how the games have gone. But do you feel that at all? That you're over 20 per night?
No, I don't know. Just playing the game. I'm not really thinking about that too much.
When you're on the road so long, was there anything in particular you're looking forward to doing yesterday?
Yeah, just get home and hang out with my dogs. That's what I was looking forward to.
Did they miss you? Did they give you
Yeah,
a warm welcome?
there's like 10 minutes of chaos, so that's good.
Yeah, it didn't surprise me. Brought a good chuckle to all of us. So pretty awesome. Tarps off, not surprising. So he's one of a kind. He's truly one of a kind. So amazing career. Obviously future Hall of Famer, and like I said, it's a great experience to play with Jumbo.
Do you think maybe some of the fans didn't get to really fully experience it because it was that 1 year where you guys?
For sure. So it's too bad. Obviously, it would have been amazing in a traditional year, and just a full building. To the experience of that, to just him feeding off the crowd feeding off him. I think people would have really enjoyed his personality and the joy he brought to the game of hockey.
Are you seeing anything different with William at all this season? Any area of the game where you feel he's elevated?
I think he's just kind of carrying off from last year. And I think, as I've said before about any player, but certainly elite players, is there's things that you recognize as your career goes on to continue to get better and to push yourself and be more consistent. And there's probably things subconsciously that just kind of naturally evolve and grow internally that allows you just to continue to get better and better and make the impact that you can, especially with an elite skill set, being an elite player. So I think he's just kind of continued on from last year into this year.
John, with his mindset, like going back to 2019 at the European Players Tour, he came in and said, you know what, I want to go out there and I want to dominate. Now, we've gone through the pandemic and coaching changes, GM changes, but do you see him with his mindset where there's shifts where even you're going like he's dominating this right now?
Yeah, I think we've seen some of the goals that he scored this year, right? Just pretty remarkable, remarkable plays, ability, and within those you see the drive and determination. So there's no doubt that he's continuing to push himself to wanting to be dominant. Be one of the best players in the world and make an impact on a nightly basis. And not just with the puck. I think he's really, growing his game to be more well-rounded, more complete, and see that with him playing more minutes on the penalty kill, more defensive zone situations and things like that. So I think he's just had a lot of growth in a lot of areas, and I think that's the natural evolution, like I said, of an elite player, a very driven player.
Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to doing when you got home last night after the longest road trip of the season?
Yeah, it's just seeing my family, obviously, no doubt. I think that might have been the longest trip of my career, so it was a long one. I forget how many nights it was, but it was up there, especially right off the bat when you haven't done it in 5 months. It was long, but we're happy with some of the results we got, and then I think for everyone just to get home and see their families, home-cooked meal, nothing quite like that. So great to spend some time there today as well, and get back at it for another big week tomorrow.
With what happened over the weekend, have you given any thought to wearing a neck guard?
I have. Well, I can't say that you haven't given a thought to. I would say maybe neck protection. Obviously, devastating to see as a hockey player and within the hockey community, something tragic like that happen. It's hard to believe. Obviously, very difficult to see and fathom. So, but I think like anything in the game of hockey, at one point goalies weren't wearing helmets, and the game has evolved and continues to get safer and safer, and certainly probably an aspect that needs to continue to be looked in further, as one incident like that is too many. So, yeah, no doubt. I know that within the game and certainly within the league and Players Association, all things like that are always kind of in terms of protection and safety, always looked at, and how can it be improved upon.
That's unbelievable. I miss for my baby. Yeah, my wife too. Like a little bit hard because she's here. Nobody help. It's important for she. Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard road trip for me. Yes, it's true. Yeah. But I'm happy to be home. Like a little bit rest my brain last night. Yeah, and today again back to work. I'm enjoying to be here. Yeah. So good. Everything is good. I feel like I'm in the right way right now. Everything is good. Like a lot of positive things. Yeah.
Do you feel like you can look at that last game a little bit more positively, like now that some time has passed, as opposed to maybe when you talked?
Yeah, for sure. I feel more my game. I'm looking back better. I think everything is get better. We have a small details what we're working right now. It's just a special for goalies. For me, it's more important that everything is good and mental spot. Yeah, yeah. This was hard, but right now I know every hockey player is being in this situation, but really important how you get working for this. Yeah.
You changed your mask. Are you usually superstitious, like to try and change something, or is that for this one only?
After a couple of games, I want to change everything. Yeah. Yeah, but like just a small change. Like I want to back my old mask. Yeah, it's just it's not superstitious, but just I want to do it.
Not superstitious, just a little.
Okay, like a little superstitious.
Yeah.
Yes, we will say it like that.
What are you seeing from William Nylander right now? Like from a goalie's perspective, what would be tough to face him right now?
It's really hard. He's huge shooter. Like he's really smart and nice. Like if we see his game, a lot of time he's just open because he skate really good. Like he's feel distance with time. He's play one-on-one with D. He's feel this one. Plus, it's amazing skater too. Yeah, he's play really good.
Where does he belong in the discussion about the best players in the game right now?
What do you mean?
Is he TSN had him 40th coming into this season. Like, how high should he be?
I think everybody knows this like number one. No? It's for me. For me, yeah. Yeah. I'm not TSN, but it's for me. Yeah. Everybody number one.
In this room.
Yeah, in this room. Yeah.
What's it like to battle him in practice? Joseph was talking about competition in practice with him. John Klingberg was saying he's really tough in practice.
Yeah, for sure. Like you try to hard as you can in the practice. First one is so interesting because we have a competition with Josie. It's unbelievable for both guys because we try to work hard as we can, and you see sometimes he's got some save, you try to get some more. It's nice. It's good for team. It's perfect for us, it's a good competition. We're really friendly, yeah, and yeah, it's so nice for both of us.
What you're looking for, how would you grade his consistency earlier this year?
I think it's been great. As I talked about, to me, maybe what's been consistent is that, like last season, he's gotten off to a great start. It looked like he was really prepared coming into training camp, and then carried it through to the regular season. And it's been more of the same. Obviously, the consistency piece is something that it's 82 games. It's a long road, but certainly the way that he's played, to me, he's picked up from where he left off in terms of his start to last season, and I know he's very motivated to carry it forward, which I thought he did for most of the part last season. I think there was one segment of the season where it was tough for him, but otherwise, to me, he had a great season last year, and it looks like he's motivated to build upon that.
Joe Thornton retired over the weekend. He's here for one season. What do you remember most about his tenure, and what do you think his lasting impact was with the group of guys here?
Well, what I remember most is just the passion, the energy that he has coming to the rink for a guy that's had played as long as he had at that point, and everything that he's accomplished in his career, to come in to our team and still have the drive and the passion. You look at the guys that play a long time, and there's a real consistency in the love that they have for the game. That's the common denominator that keeps them hungry. You had obviously Spezza here as well, and now Gio. These guys that play, for a long time, that's the common piece. They just love the game, seem to have the same energy. In fact, even more energy probably than they had even when they were younger, just because they've just developed such an appreciation for being in the NHL and for playing hockey. So that's what I really remember, and I think that's part of what is the lasting piece of his short time here is it just gave our guys that sense of the importance of remaining connected to having fun and enjoying every day.
You mentioned on Saturday night looking to manufacture some penalty killers. What have you seen from William in the brief times you've got to look at him there? What's the potential you see from him in that department?
Yeah, well, of the guys that are somewhat fresh in their penalty killing, Willie's probably the guy that's done the most coming in. He did it sporadically through the season last year, and he was in every meeting all last season. So I feel like he's the guy that has had the most time and experience, and probably the least adjustment. That said, I've used him in a very similar role as last year, where it's not consistent every single time, but just kind of managing the situation depending if one of our penalty killers takes a penalty or what the rhythm of the game is like. But to me, Willie does a good job of breaking up plays and using his instincts whenever pucks become available. And I think that's the one thing that, whether it's Willie or Austin, when they're out there, and even Mitch, when he's at his best, is when plays are kind of broken and the pucks are available, nothing is really set, that they can really disrupt and get going the other way. The challenge becomes when the other team is set, they have full control of the play. Then it's about consistency in your routes and taking what you've learned in the meetings to prep and bringing it out to the ice. There's a lot that goes into it there, and I think that's where all of our guys really are adjusting, is that piece when the opposition is set and under control, because those are tough spots where you got to defend those well, and you've got to be really good with your sticks and your routes, your positioning, because the reality is the other team has very good players as well that are on the power play.
Given the fact that Jake's out for the time being, a bit of a relief to see Timothy back in the mix after Saturday leaving early?
Yeah, definitely. You didn't know how that one was going to go, but it seemed like it settled down pretty quickly for him. It became more of a muscle spasm type of situation versus any sort of damage done. So I haven't got a report on how he got through it today, but it looked like he was doing well. But definitely it was nice to know that we were going to have him. Legason gave us good minutes as well, so to still have 6 guys available, it is very helpful, of course.
Talking to Ilya today, he seems to be in a much better place than when we spoke to him on the road trip. Would you give him a chance to kind of build some momentum tomorrow night, or where are you at with the goaltender?
Wall will play tomorrow, but I do think it's a good chance for him to get some momentum here in terms of getting back and feeling better about himself, building off of the work that he had done. I think he would agree, as we all would, that Joseph Wall did a terrific job for us on that trip, and we want to get him back in. But for me, it's a long season. We know we're going to need both guys, and we've got Wall in a good place, and we want to keep building Sammy up and taking advantage of every day. And certainly for him being back home, especially being somewhat of a new father, I'm sure he feels much better being here at home, and tough being away on all of us for as long as we were, but certainly nice to be back.
There you have it. That was the pregame conference. So tomorrow night they play against the LA Kings. So I'll have that update for you, that highlight tomorrow night. And tonight is Raptors game night. So I'll have highlights of the Toronto Raptors game tonight at midnight for you. All right, so stay tuned for that. So have a good one. Bye for now. This is Jonnywatts reporting for Jonnywatts Sports Desk. Bye for now.